Traditionally, microbrewers use hops from all around the world, which often have huge air miles associated with them. We're really lucky that these hops are growing less than 2 miles from the brewery, and we use 100% of these hops in our local craft beer.
It's very low food mileage if you're growing with locally grown produce, and you know, the hops were grown in Britain longer than they've ever been grown anywhere else in the world. The first hops were propagated, I think, here in Britain, so it's you know, it fits in very well with this climate, and there's no reason why we can't grow them down here in West Wales.
The main impacts with breweries particularly is energy usage and road mileage. So with energy usage, it's really hard to actually reduce that because you've got to get a ton of water up to boiling point. So there's various ways to do that. So we try and minimise how much energy we use during that process by using things like heat recovery process to recover heat after the boil rather than wasting it. So it's really important to consider the whole life cycle of the brewing process. So even things down to the waste, we make sure we recycle all our glass and cardboard, and that's also the organic waste we produce, such as the hops are then composted, and the grain is then given to an eco farm in Narberth for chickens as feed. So it's all a really involving process. I think actually they're more suitable to microbreweries, and that's why microbrewing is such a great industry in the UK. Not only is it changing the beer landscape, but it allows us to be more environmentally friendly than the big breweries could ever be, just because they're more interested in their consistency, whereas we can experiment with different brews all the time because we're small batch.
You look very pretty, Sally Spurs. Are you enjoying this tasty beverage?
Oh, right, yeah. So we can't do another batch till next week. No. Yeah. Yeah. Having
Yeah, we get a lot of people coming in, especially go straight for the local beer, whether it's for the environmental aspect or for, just to have a locally produced beer as a sort of novelty. We used to stock other ales alongside it, and now we don't bother at all because it outsells them about 4 or 5 to 1.